Hey guys, welcome back to episode 6. Do you like my trippy screen? Whoa! So it's like mind-bending. All right, this is episode 6 of how to make your own awesome art videos. And in this video today, I am going to be teaching you how to do time-lapse videos, or speed paint, or speed draw, or however you want to say that. In the last episode, we talked about editing in iMovie, just went over some basics, and today we are going to expound upon that. All right. So, say we want to do a time lapse. I'm going to show you some new tricks that I didn't go over the first one. I wanted to kind of dive in slowly so as not to overwhelm everyone. But I'm going to kick it up a little tiny notch to show you how I really would go through this process. So the first thing I do is we've imported our videos and they're sitting in our My Media file folder. And this is what I would really do for reals. All right. I would actually batch highlight all of these that I wanted to bring in. I'm going to highlight all of these, and as you can see, they're all recorded upside down, but we know where that rotate button is, so we're not going to freak out. I'm actually going to rotate it right up here. I don't even have to import it. Okay? All right, you're probably super confused right now because you said I said I was going to rotate them right side up, but the reason it's showing this one upside down is because the last clip is actually... I filmed 22 seconds of it right side up. So now this one's the only one that's upside down. So all of these are now right side up. And because I went over here to my rotate button, right? And I clicked it. Now they're sideways. Click it again. Click it again. Click it again. We went all around the 360-degree circle. All right, now I can batch move these all in. They're already in order. That's super important. This is much harder to do in Movie Maker. In iMovie, it's super easy. They're already, you import them. You can batch import them by highlighting all, or you hit the import all button, and it will just stack them in the right order to begin with. So I'm not messing with the order. I just rotate them first, and you don't have to do it, but it's just quick. And then I'm going to pull them down to my timeline, my video timeline there. Boom, ready to go. But we're doing a time lapse this time, remember? So the first thing I need to do, excuse me, is first I need to shut off the audio, actually. Well, I'll wait first so you can see why I need to do that. But in order to make this a speed paint or a speed draw or a time lapse or however you want to say that, you're going to go up to the very top under modify, and you're going to drag. I just accidentally muted the audio. I never even did it that way. I just released my cursor at the wrong time. But that's how you mute the audio, which we want to do anyways, because if you don't, excuse me, I'll show you what happens if we don't. So I unmuted it. And we're going to go to fast forward. Now, I have to say the one downside of iMovie is that it only gives you 4 speed options. Excuse me. 2 times 4, 8, and 20. In Movie Maker, you can actually go in and pick any speed that you want. It's like when you enlarge a font and you can just type in your own number, which is that's the only downside to iMovie. So a normal time-lapse speed, excuse me, for me is actually my favorite used to be 6x. It was for me, that was perfect. But anywhere between usually 4 or 8. Now, you have to remember when you're doing things on YouTube, people have zero, you got 5 minutes to make your point, and then people are moving on with their lives. So sometimes the 8 is better. If I'm doing, you probably might have seen me share these little snippets in Facebook or on Instagram that are super quick. They have to be under a minute in order to get posted on Instagram. I will do the 20 times, the 20x, and then I will cut out 80% of it. And so you're just left with super speed, super duper speed. So all you have to do is click it, Pick one. And now my whole video is only 3 minutes long. And it's as simple as that. Now, if you listen to it, the 20 gets a little glitchy sometimes. Doesn't really, you can hear that. Yikes! And that's why you need to mute the audio. So you can go back and again, select everything. I'm holding down the shift key. We'll do that again. So I highlight one, I hold shift, and then I'm gonna skip to the last one and click the last section, and it's gonna highlight all of those. So you can mute the audio 2 ways. One was going back up to modify mute audio, which I didn't even know that was a thing until right now. And then the second way is to go up here onto the right side. There's a little volume icon. If you click it, you can adjust the volume up here. And so what I do is I click here, and it will put a red mark slash through it, which means I just turn the sound off everywhere. And the reason I wanted to show this to you is this is important when you're importing your music, which I'm going to do now. Okay, so time lapse. First I batch import, rotate, batch, drag. Then I turn off, then I set my speed, and then I turn off my audio. So those are the steps that I do that. Okay, say I wanted to have an intro on here. Maybe I wanted to put her still. I could take this still picture and drag it at the beginning. Okay, and of course we're gonna need a title. We already know how to do that right from the last episode. So I'm gonna go to my title and, what about organic Maine? We're gonna put that, pop a title on there, and we're gonna call it Ooh, yeah, because she's so sultry. And then I'm going to press play. She looks like she's saying that. And this brings me to something I forgot to show you last time, which is you can prolong the length of your still photographs by simply dragging. So if you look at my mouse, there's like a little arrow. And when I do that, I can make this 22 seconds long, or I can make it 10 seconds long. So you can drag how long you want your still photographs to be shown. And you can also drag the title to match. Or maybe you want the title to be longer. So you can drag those and make them last different lengths of time. I showed you how to last time switch how your photograph appears. So I don't need to do that. And this time, let's add some fun music. And I'm going to do the video after that, this one, I'm going to show you how to download music. But let's do, oh, that's so loud. My volume is like cranked. Let's see if we can find some. I seriously love this. Buddy. So I could listen to this stuff all day. I love editing videos, to be completely honest. I think that's one of the reasons I started my YouTube channel, is because I was just having fun, you know? That's hilarious. And so putting different music will definitely affect the feel of your videos. So you should have a really fun time messing with all this stuff. I could do this all day. All right. So I took one and I grabbed it and I dragged it under where I wanted it to start. And let's see what it sounds like and looks like. Hello. Oh, that's me. Oh, yeah. So my title, you see how my title was longer that time? Because we made it that way. So I have to say, oh, yeah. So the computer likes the 20x the least, just to give you a little heads up about that. Does not get happy when that is your speed. So, and you can do it as little as like 2x. I'm just changing the speed over here. And say there's a part I wanted to like slow down because it was super important and I only wanted it to be a little click. You can split a clip off and make just that part a different speed than the rest of it. So remember I taught you how to split clip the last time? I'll do it right now. Let's just go to the end of the music and I'm gonna left click is what parks my cursor where I wanna go. Right click brings up my options of what I can do here and I'm gonna split it. Okay, and then I need to highlight this part. So I want this part to be in slow-mo. I'm actually going to make the first part. Oh, I added a freeze frame. I don't even know what that is. Split click, detach audio. Okay, and then I want to slow it down. So I'm going to go back up to modify, and this time I'm going to make it in slow motion, just the first part of it. Okay, so it's going to go from slow motion, and then you're going to drag your cursor to this part, and then it's going to speed up to quick motion again. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Which is, it sounds like bad porn music when you go that slowly. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, and then, so say you want to, and I do this all the time, this is a huge thing that I've not gone over yet, which is transitions. This is very important. So we're going to go back up to the top bar here under transitions. And this gives you a menu of all the different effects. And this is like when you go from one chunk of video to the next chunk or one photo to a video chunk. You want to transition it, you know, in a cool fashion. Otherwise, it just jumps from one to the next, which is fine sometimes, but sometimes you want to like sexify it up a little bit. So you can, and this is another thing I just entertain myself with continuously, is you can take these transitions and drag them between any clip at all. Any wherever there's a space between a photo or a video, you can pop those transitions. So let's take a look at what wipe down looks like. That just sounds dirty now too. Oh yeah. Zoop. All right, so now we know what that looks like. You can also, if you double click on that, it will give you the wipe down, the transition. Why does that have to be called that? It'll give you the transition duration. I think there's a limit. I think you can only go to like 2 for some reason. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, there is like a limit to that, but you can make it super quick too by putting in like, say I just want like a half a second, which is very fast, but I don't know, you might want that. Let's see what it looks like. Zoop. Oh yeah. All right, so yeah, so those are transitions, and you can like play this all day again. You can pop a transition between every break if you want to and just look at them all and see what they look like. Woo, spinning. There's a lot of slow motion there. Woo! So yeah, so you can play with those as well, guys. Oh my gosh. I think that's all I wanted to show you. Yeah, that is pretty much all the basics. Oh, yes. So if you want to talk about music options, this is a lot to talk about. So I'm going to do that in the next video, again, just to keep these at a reasonable length. So that will be in episode 7. I think this is 6. Yes. So I will see you there, and I'm going to talk about copyright, royalty-free music options, as well as 2 really cool websites that I use all the time. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. And as a reminder, I'm keeping all these video series in 2 places. One is the playlist at on YouTube. And the second one is at awesomeartschool.com. And they'll be in like a free classroom where all of these will be in order for you. So I will catch you in the next